style won't stop hustling. But I just
Snowfall season 5 episode 10 titled Fault Lines. Let's get into it, man. Woo! This was one for the ages, man. If anybody was saying this season was trash, I think this episode it made up for it. There was a lot going on this episode, man. Where do we begin? First of all, let me introduce myself. I go by the name of the Black Abstract. If you're new to the channel, I invite you to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we could do this again. I'm an artist, entrepreneur, strategist, and a rapper. Now a YouTuber. You can check out my new videos called Mom. I'll leave a link in the description below. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. Now let's talk about this episode, man. First of all, rest in peace, Avi, man. Rest in peace, Avi, and free Gustavo, man. Who would have knew? We knew Avi possibly could be going out bad because of what happened last episode, but I don't know why Avi gave that information up. He should have knew what was coming. You know what I'm saying? And you got Avi, somebody we've been riding with since episode 1, I believe. Yeah, episode 1 of Snowfall. And I just think they didn't have any more storylines for his character. And it sucks, man. But hey, listen, Avi let it be known. He wasn't loyal to none of them. He like, I ain't loyal to Franklin. I'm not loyal to Teddy. Avi is for Avi. So look, what can Avi do to look out for Avi? So listen, rest in peace, Avi. One of the OGs. Put Franklin in the game. Gave him his first break, first key. Always was a real one. Always had solid advice. At the end of the day, it was just his time, man. And the dude could have kept him, but he was just like he couldn't trust him. So, you know, he was quick to flip on Teddy and them. So he like, hey, he gonna quick to do something to me as well. So that was that. That was sad how he went out, man. They gave him a nice little slow jam for him though. They gave him a nice little montage. Not even a montage, a nice little goodbye. And Gustavo, oh man, phew. What happened to Gustavo? He went out bad. He was being followed by somebody when he was on the phone talking to Franklin. I don't know if that was Teddy or who that was, but he was being followed by someone. And I'm guessing we know who it was now. It was the DEA. But that minute when he was on the phone, Teddy's not that obvious. But he was being followed. Somebody was obviously following him. But we don't know if Teddy set this up or if this is just them doing their own thing on their own because they feel they got Teddy now. But soon when he gets his money, man, I'm like, oh, man. Listen, I would have had old girl get the money, and then I would have had them following me to kind of take them off of her trail. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would have had them follow me, and then I would have had old girl catch a cab to get the money or something. You know what I'm saying? Or not even a cab, but something. I don't know. I would have like, yo, take the truck, get the money. Something. I don't know. It was just too crazy. But, man, Gustavo went out bad. And listen, everybody had the prediction. I should have did a prediction video. I just didn't have time. I wanted to do one, what I thought was going to happen. Now, what I thought was going to happen, I didn't think Oso was going to help Franklin because Teddy's helped Gustavo way more than Franklin's helped him out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, that was honorable, you know, and it built trust between those characters. And I know why they did that, to make you think that, like, listen, okay, it's going to come back full circle now. But Teddy done covered up a lot for Gustavo and did a lot for Gustavo. You remember Gustavo's family got murdered. Teddy made sure he went back and massacred all the motherfuckers that did it. Also, when Gustavo killed that agent, Teddy helped him bury the body. You know, he didn't fucking sell him out. Like, he really trusted Gustavo, I would say, to a certain extent. Why the tracker was there, I'm guessing that was DEA now. That we don't even know if that was Teddy. That might have just been DEA. And now he probably thought it was Teddy because, or maybe it was Teddy. I don't know. Maybe in an episode earlier, Teddy went inside the house. If it had posted in the comments, let me know who put that bug in Gustavo's house. Was that Teddy or was that the DEA? I think it was Teddy. Also, man, Franklin Saint going through it. And everybody was wondering what was going to happen with Louis catch the bullet. And I like I said, I should have did a prediction video because I knew Louis wasn't going to go out this season. Cause Louis, the way they were gearing and building her up was to make her the villain of next season. Next season is going to be a civil war. It's going to be Jerome and Louis versus Franklin and Sissy. It's like a civil war, kind of like, you remember the Avengers movie Civil War, or Captain America. They're going to be going neck to neck at each other. And Franklin showed what he could do when his back is against the wall. What he's capable of, and what he said it in the one episode. Everything was foreshadowing. He's like, cause when it come to if you come to between my paper, there's nothing that I'm not willing to do. And we see that he was about to pop Louis ass, but Buckle wind up coming to save her. She was scared as hell too. She was like, "You gonna shoot me?" He said, "I'll kill your ass 10 times over." But let's starting from the beginning, man. WTF moment. Franklin finding out his money is gone as Wanda Bell is talking to Veronique, asking for time off. She's like, "Yeah, what's it called? Paley." Time off. Yeah. Wherever it is, I could come back and I'm not fired. So as she's saying that, you see Franklin slamming the fucking door, giving that anger that we love him for when he has that emotional emotion in him and brings it out in these emotional scenes. And then we find out when he walks in there, like Teddy pulled the trigger on taking all his money. We see Teddy talking to his one CIA friend and explaining, "Listen, I just came up on a 73 million. Like, I'm trying to buy." He pretty much trying to buy his way into the CIA. I know that's what he asked him for. They didn't dwell on it, or they didn't really get into what he asked them. They cut it off. But I'm pretty much sure he's a contractor now, but he probably tried to buy himself back into the CIA by giving him some of that money. You know what I'm saying? And man, I was really watching it with my girl, and I was just like, yo, why would he do that to Franklin though? Like, Franklin then made so much and did so much. Like, why? Like, I just didn't get why. And she was just like, cause he's a fucking scumbag. Like, he a bad person. Like, he a shitty person. Like, what do you mean why? This is the plan all along. He was always gonna fuck over Franklin and whoever is. And the fact that Louis didn't see that, she was like, it's just my turn now. Well, that's a chance. Listen, money is willing to blind her and make her take a chance on getting fucked over after seeing, like, she see her nephew going through it. And the reason he's going through it is partially because of you. And you don't even say, like, listen, all right, it's family, yada, yada, yada. She like, nope, I'm not doing that. I'm going to protect this white man. I lost all respect for Louis right then and there. I really did, and I understood it from Louis' standpoint, where she was coming from. Like, she wants to give it a shot, but I lost all respect when Franklin is the one that kind of set them up and made them millionaires. And the fact that she just completely had no backbone in regards to the situation and chose Teddy over Franklin after seeing what Franklin did, or seeing what Teddy did to Franklin. That was foul, man. Wiped that man money out. He ain't had to take that man money. Like, that was foul. Next WTF. Franklin getting just full brolic, man. Him grabbing Black Diamond in Dallas and just going and hitting Louis in them stash spots. What the fuck? Why wouldn't they have that? Like, why wouldn't you have more enforcement around that? He knew where everything gets stashed at, because it was still his organization. But they so off in honeymoon or La La Land that they don't even put the right people on to guard their assets. And Franklin knew where they kept everything, and he knew probably who was there and who was guarding shit. And man, he shot the guards at the club, went in there with Black Diamond in Dallas, and loaded up, man. He said, man, this ain't even half of it. Then went to the warehouse, same thing. Oh yeah, Jerome and Louis sent me over. Bop, bop. I don't know if he took everything. It was too much shit in there. There was no way they could take everything in there. They would have needed probably like a U-Haul or something. But I'm pretty sure they got a good amount of stuff. But half of that shit is Franklin shit anyway. A lot of that shit is from his dealings with Reed. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of those is just bricks that probably been sitting there and you know, they just got extra inventory and shit. That's crazy how they just got shit everywhere though, like in the club, all this money. I'm like, wow, what's going on here? But yeah, man, good for Franklin. You know, his back was just against the wall. Nobody was trying to help him. And after that interaction with Louis, which is my next WTF, his interaction with Louis on the roof scene, which is one of my favorite scenes, man. I love that, man. I love that scene. You know, they meet and listen. We all seen in the trailer, Franklin pull a gun out on her. You should know if they show it in the trailer, ain't nothing gonna happen to nobody. So I knew he wasn't gonna shoot her. If they did, that would have been a very big surprise. But I knew that wasn't gonna happen. And we see that she actually you know, left her vacation or her honeymoon to come meet up with Franklin. And like I said, man, I lost a lot of respect for her in that scene. But that was an intense moment, you know, that let me know, like, right then and there, Franklin was willing to put his money over her family. And well, she's not really family anyway, but his money was more important to her at that moment. $73 million. Holy shit, that's a lot of money. That don't even scratch the surface. So I wonder how much he got from robbing him. He probably got a cool couple of million, man. He probably got some M's. He probably got like 10 million robbing him. So he got some money. He do got some money. Next WTF. Franklin going to visit Kane in the hospital. Come on, man. We all wanted to see what this scene was. Epic scene we saw in the trailer. Him bending over talking to Kane. Obviously, we knew that. Kane laying there like a vegetable, man. I don't even think he can move from the waist down. And the fact that his guys are still in the hospital with him, protecting him and holding him down, that show loyalty. But he goes in there, he's talking, and he says, it was Louis. Whispers in his ear, and all you see is red in Kane's eyes. So we know that Kane is going to be on a rampage next season. So it's gonna be Kane and Franklin, and then Sissy against Jerome, Louis and Jerome. So it's gonna be gearing up next next season. Listen, nobody wins when the family feuds. Jay-Z said it best. So all this is because of money. They let family become between all of this shit that they had going on. And next season, obviously, I think everybody gonna go to jail. They doing all this, and all these motherfuckers gonna get locked up. I love the fact that Leon was done with this shit. Leon was just like, yo, I am so done with this show. So listen, we don't lost. To me, it seems like Leon is probably done with the game. He said if Franklin is out, then I'm out. So it looked like he don't want to do business with Jerome. And listen, that's not a big part of their profit, this project. So, but Dion's taking over. So he's like, listen, well, if you gone, that mean I'm in charge, right? And we already see how it is with Big Dion. He's shooting the gun in the air. Listen, Leon should have just been like a silent partner. Leon should have been like, listen, I'm going to just make you a silent partner, and I'm going to get out of this. But he was preaching, too. This is around the time when they made crack to where you could get a lot of time for, I think, a gram of crack or whatnot. You was getting more than what you would get for coke. So he was like, yo, this is the perfect time to get out because they giving football numbers. Like, I ain't trying to be caught in that. And these niggas just like, man, get out. Like, fuck you. What is you talking about, nigga? Like, and Dion like, man, shit, I guess I'm taking over then. And so it was good seeing Leon get out. Wanda come to the project. She visited him. She got her passport. She's all excited. And at first I thought Leon was going to be like, nah, I can't lead these people. I got to watch them. But because Dion's shooting the gun in the air and shit. I'm like, this nigga, wow. So I thought he was going to like renege on the trip, but he looked at that and was just like, yo, let's hurry up and get the fuck out of here, like quick, like fast. So and then they was kissing and shit. I'm like, okay, yeah, this back. So I'm glad it worked out for Leon. Everybody thought he was gonna get killed. I'm glad he didn't. Yeah, man, that was a special place in my heart, man. Because if you watch the first seasons, how they used to be, they brought back nostalgia, man. So it was good seeing them get out and do what they need to do. Next WTF, we see Ruben is torturing Javi or trying to torture Javi, but Javi winds up giving everything out. And then he goes to Javi's apartment or house, which is fucking nice as hell. I never seen the inside. I don't remember seeing the inside of it, but as he's going in, Teddy's in there, Teddy's going in. And at first I thought he was at Franklin's house again. And I'm like, why would he be back at Franklin's house? That makes no sense. And we see him going in. And as like they're kind of like, it was like a cat and mouse type of deal. I was like, yo, this is sweet. And then we see that he winds up taking Teddy's girlfriend. So I like the fact that Teddy lost something today, because when he called Franklin, which is my next WTF, when he talked to Franklin on the phone, he was getting super cocky with him. And he was like, no, yeah, I don't think we could do business no more, because he had called Louis earlier and was just like, Franklin quit. Can you handle this? Like, are you ready to take this on by yourself? And she was just like, yeah. He's like, well, that's what I wanted to hear. And then he's talking to Jerome. And I thought Jerome was about to be like, no, we don't need to. He's like, fuck it, let's do it. I'm like, wow. Jerome is changing his tune from what he was saying before. You know, he was trying to get out the shit. But, man, this let us know what this money and greed and power would do to you. They talking about getting a house with maids and, breakfast in bed. They trying to stay there, and they getting pages. They like, yo, we going to ignore all that shit. We focusing on their honeymoon. So, listen, man, I love Jerome. I can't never say nothing bad about Jerome. He just trying to side with his wife, which is, I guess, what a man's supposed to do. But Louis, man, she tripping. She tripping. She really caused like a ripple effect, you know what I'm saying? And Teddy didn't have to take all that boy money, man. Teddy could have took half the damn money and left that boy some money. Why would you take all his money? Like, think about that. You took all my money, not some of it, not a fraction of it, not a percentage of it. You took all of it. It's like you want me to just be down bad and then tell me, if you want to be in the game, just get your bricks from Louis. I'm like, yo, this dude, Franklin, was going through so many emotions, trying to call people, trying to call Gustavo. Gustavo didn't have his back. Because he's like, yo, you remember I saved you, motherfucker? And Gustavo's like, I saved you too, cabron. He was like, can't tell you that, man. He's like, he's CIA, he's too dangerous. And then, Gustavo winds up going to get caught. But, yeah, dude, that was just like, Franklin was going through it, man. And I was like, yo, it's going to turn around. It got to turn around later in the episode. It's going to turn around to his favor. And sure enough, it did. You know, once he decided to just go full throttle and start robbing. And I thought he was going to do this with old boy Kane's boy, because I seen him walking in the hospital. But that was just escorting him to Kane's room at that time. So, hey, listen, man. This was a great episode. Now, this is how a season finale is supposed to be. It's realistic. None of that make-believe bullshit. We seen what is her name? Veronique. She calling somebody on the phone like, yo, I need your help. A lot of people are speculating that could be her mom, because her mom was a scammer, and so she could somehow get Franklin's money back. We don't know if that's true or not. We'll see. Peaches went unanswered. Everybody thought we were going to get some answers. We thought Franklin maybe told Peaches to go hide away with his money or something. Nope, not happening. Listen, you got to understand. They must got something big planned for season 6. They must be bringing in some new characters, which we already seen with the Ruben guy. So it's going to be some more characters they bring in, or they're going to try to tell a different side of the characters they got, maybe Gustavo. But they got to get rid of characters and bring new characters in. And like I said, Avi was a big kill. Gustavo getting rid of him. And who else got taken out? Leon's gone too, I believe. So they got to get rid of characters. And like I said, they got to bring new characters in. So we'll see what happens. It's going to be like a civil war. We see Sissy visits Franklin at the end, and he tells her, listen, this not your fault, Mom. You know, I know who you think you raised, or blah, 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 but you did a good job. And she's just like, you still want to kill Teddy? And he's just like, he's not listening to her at first. And then she was just like, when I was in Cuba, I made some friends with the KBG. And he's like, what? You serious? She's like, yeah. And she was just like, he was like, yo, we going to make this happen. We going to have to burn this bitch to the ground. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's lit. And it went off. I was so fucking pissed. I never been so mad at wanting to see so more. That's what a season finale supposed to be. You supposed to, it ends on a cliffhanger, but you want to see more. Like the episode was so enticing. You're like, yo, I gotta see more of this shit. And we didn't get to see more. So I was pissed off about that. Trying to think what else happened, man. I think I got all the big moments, man. It was so much that happened in this episode. I'm trying to think. I don't know. It was so much. Yo, you got to post it in the comments, man. I want to go watch it again. And normally I watch it while I'm watching this or on here, but yeah, it was so much happening, man. Let me know what you guys think about or thought about this episode. Did it live up to your expectations? And make sure you like, subscribe. Who was the biggest loss we got this episode? Was it Gustavo or Avi? And what are your predictions for next season? Also, Louis telling Franklin, next time I see you, I'm gonna kill you. And the reason I don't kill you now is because of Jerome. Buckley had to drop on Franklin. He could have definitely popped Franklin. I'm surprised Franklin went alone and was lacking like that. He should have expected she was gonna bring somebody. But Franklin was leading with his emotions so much in this episode, it was causing him to blunder. Listen, the interaction when he had with Teddy on the phone, when he was just like, yo, I was thinking, man, I want to come back. And he's like, nah. He was like, yo, no, what do you mean? Like, we can still make this work, blah, blah, blah. He was just like, all right, you know what, man, just give me my money back and we can let this go. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, you cracker motherfucker, give me my fucking money. I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking find your cracker ass. He was just like, I will watch what you say. You think you lost everything now? I'm like, he kind of told on himself right there. He says, you think you lost everything now? Just wait. I'm like, he got Franklin down bad. Franklin was smashing the phone. I'm like, man. Like, the banks don't got insurance, you know what I'm saying? But Jerome and Louis was telling him, like, they froze their accounts, which was a smart. He's like, that's smart. She was just like, yeah, So listen, man, Louis, we're gonna see how Louis run it. We're gonna see if her heart is into this shit, the savagery shit. We know Buckley gonna put a lot of favors and strings for her. But yeah, it's about to go down, man. It's gonna be crazy next season. Damn, the Family Feud. Post your comments below. Let me know what you think. If there's anything I left out, I'm pretty sure it is. Leave it in the comments below. Till next time, peace.